That's some... Let's see the...
We feel...
Unacceptable.
That cops are hunting down black people. Single god...
Me Too graded. And...
I think I'll...
Okay. About the tools of capitalism.
Devious Chilster with 25 bits. There he is. I see the corn suit. Man, how far Jake has come. Captain Seculoid with 95 bits. Don't you dare lie to us, Hannah. That clip is going on WikiFeet. Okay. So we're going to cover him covering Jake. So, for, like, clarity, I imagine everyone knows this, but there are some people who probably only know me from Twitch for one reason or another. I've been on YouTube for, like, 8 years. I do a channel with Jake on there. It's where we've made a living for the better part of the last decade. So, like, just so you know, this isn't me reacting to some random person. Jake is, like, my closest, like, platonic friend. Baja's, like, I'm closer with her, but we're in a relationship, so different thing. But, like, Jake is my best friend, and I'm gonna find it interesting to see this dude react to him. Tired Park, thank you for following.
I'll react to this.
Guess what?
By the way...
Is he gonna make fun of the corn suit? Oh, boy. Bud, Jake can take the corn suit off. What are you gonna do about all this? Let's not start talking about each other's looks, because that's a road I don't think you want to go down.
The only reason he knew this is because I sent it to him.
Okay. Cool.
And more. Get Me Too graded. The women of Me Too are graded. Girls of YouTube are graded. Grading the Young Turks. Man. That's some... Let's see the About page.
I didn't think I wrote anything.
It's been 2 years in the making.
Oh God, is this this guy has another channel where he just grades women? I can't say I'm shocked, but I am disappointed for what it's worth.
Yeah, a channel I've neglected for a year.
There's an upload from 3 days ago. There's an upload from 3 days ago. What are you talking about? Look, it says 3 days ago, grading women, the Young Turks. You can't say I've abandoned it for a year when you just uploaded a video. Now, there's a gap of a year between these videos and this one, but clearly you're trying to still do it if you uploaded a video 3 days ago. And also, you just said you sent this video to Jake. So why are you complaining that, like, I haven't even used this channel? Okay, then why'd you send it to him? Why did you point out this channel to him to have him look at it? Just seems kind of weird. He's gonna rate me? Oh, I doubt it. He's a chud. There's no way he considers me a woman. So
you know what? As long as he's got some good ideas here. I'm sure this will pay off. This will pay off in the.
He didn't send it to Jake. Oh, he implied he did earlier in the video.
Long run. You just keep grinding, friend. Keep grinding. I have more subs on the channel I don't use. Gotta love when a guy who peaked in the womb says he can beat you up. Hey man, maybe he can beat me up. Look at this guy. He obviously studies the blade, okay?
Jake is funny.
This guy obviously studies the blade. What? What woman?
The tools of capitalism.
R. Wester V. Thank you for subscribing with the 2-month streak. Yay.
Look at my YouTube channel like mine. And
well, fucking, I don't want to look at your.
Okay, this isn't my main channel. This would barely be a side channel. And the whole premise of the show is a joke! Like... Okay.
Okay, but if the premise of the show was a joke, still, that would have no bearing on whether or not people subscribe to your channel, right? And it's still something you uploaded to, like, 3 days ago. So why are you acting like it's something you don't care about at least a little bit?
Shit? Put your shit in this chat then. Oh my god. Now I have to.
Oh my god, he's taking this seriously!
What's that one meme where it's like, where the guy walks up to the other people and he's like, her, I'm so stupid. And they're like, let's get away from this guy. He's acting stupid. And then the guy goes, haha, I was only pretending to be stupid. Gotcha. Like, that's the same thing. Like, yeah. Act like an idiot. Don't be surprised when people treat you like an idiot. Welcome.
Sent it to him as a joke.
He does say he sent this to Jake. He said he sent it to him as a joke, so he did send this to Jake.
Jesus Christ! God damn, what would this guy do if he fucking seen a couple of my other videos lately?
Oh, he's lying? Okay, I'd believe that.
You're gonna make me... You just... Okay, yeah, just let us go put it in the chat. Fucking come over here, Jake, and type on your keyboard a URL.
Believe it or not, I actually have two. I actually have two of these shirts. Not because I love Pac-Man so much, but I forgot that I bought it, and it was like, I got home.
God, his clocks are completely wrong, aren't they? Look at those. Moscow is set to 6:45. In Los Angeles, it's like, what is that, 2:40? How did he set these all so wrong? How does he think clocks work? Like, certainly he must have Googled when he set these, like, time in New York, time in Los Angeles. How is he this bad? It's like the key element to his set.
I'm gonna like, oh fuck, I bought this. I'm not gonna take it back. Fuck it.
Ha! What is this? 1999? www.americaonline.com? Come on!
What the hell is he talking about? Oh, probably not me.
No, he's talking about Sarah.
http:// Have Sarah grade him? We'll have Sarah come on and grade him after, okay?
Let's see. Disgusting fat ass creep with a small dick.
We haven't seen your pee-pee. If you wanna tweet that, then we can rate it. But we have no knowledge on that at this point.
All right, what's your
like? You think I'm gonna get offended with your girlfriend or wife or whatever the fuck she is to you? Probably insulting me?
I don't know. You're talking about it a lot, so it sure seems like it'll offend you a little bit.
I insult myself all the time, dude.
YouTube channel.
I mean, one of my favorite jokes is to say I do look like the creepy guy in the rape van with the words free candy printed on it.
Let's see it. You better have more now.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Sarah has...
Does this count as crossing the streams? Okay.
Never uploaded a video, I don't think. Not ready for cameras? Not ready for camera. What's that have to do with judging him? I don't understand. You don't have to be on camera. Who said anything about cameras?
If she comes on camera, I'll rate her too.
Okay, but do you get, like, you're saying this is a joke, this channel of rating women, but then you're saying when Sarah comes on camera, you're gonna rate her. That's not a joke, that's just you being a weirdo, right? You're completely undercutting the fact that you're trying to present this as a joke when it probably isn't, or it's a joke in the sense that, like, it's funny because it's true. Like, that's not a joke, that's just you being weird, right? And you also said that you really think I'll be offended if you rate me? And then you're like, if she comes on camera, I'm gonna rate her. Like, that's why they're saying that she should rate you. It's a tit for tat thing. You get that? Andrew Dickerson, I don't care. I don't even care. I care immensely.
I don't get this. The concept of the show, which, I mean, these episodes do take a while. That's why they're going to be bi-weekly. The whole concept is a joke. Look at how I run my cooking show, for Christ's sakes.
No, I don't think I will.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's see it. Holy shit. She actually does. She actually does have more.
I didn't even know Sarah had a channel.
Wow. Wow, she's...
I should probably subscribe to be a friend.
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
YouTube. What is it, just Legend of Phoenix? Spelled Phoenix wrong, probably. Oh god, you can't even find it. She only has, she doesn't post there often, that's probably fine. If she starts posting, I'll... Oh, it's just Sarah? That's gonna be impossible to find. No way I find this. Sarah, start producing content like Jake and I. It took me 3 years, but I'm finally producing content. You should get on the content bandwagon. I know you do the I know you draw and you do the Patreon and you sometimes Twitch it. Do that all the time though. Join the Twitch cult. Devious Chilster, keep in mind how he said, this takes a while to make. When we watch this vid, it gets funnier. Okay, okay.
Do you even have more views? You almost have more views. Wowzers, that's fucking ridiculous. 5-hour debate, by the way, if you want that. I can't believe that. That's fucking funny.
Trista Willow, or oh sorry. Tristo1360 with 10 bits. Chud Logic once said this guy's cooking was terrible, and he keeps bugging Chud Logic, demanding they face off in a cook-off. If Hannah says content one more time, it will cease sounding like a word. You gotta churn out that content, bro. You gotta make 5 videos a day. Content.
That is super fucking funny. Wow. 170 now? Give Sarah more views. She doesn't upload. Sarah, what would, that was 10 months ago. Wowzers. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize it was that bad out here.
Jesus Christ, how long are you going to get into this
fucking... I'm going to turn this off. Sarah's going to yell at me. She's like, hey, you have to make sure that you onboard these videos correctly for YouTube. So here we go, okay, chat? All right, chat, being very professional right here, okay? Hello, YouTube viewer. Jake here.
I know he's being sarcastic, but that's something... I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but I do sort of like a clean thing. You do have to do this. If you're going to cut up your streams into individual videos, you got to make sure you're, like, treating each segment like its own thing. So, like, at the beginning of this video, I said something along the lines of it. I make sure I do this for every segment. Okay, now we're going to watch such and such, and I preface so that even though it'll be taken out of the context of the full stream... you can still understand it from beginning to end like it's its own video. And Jake's making fun of this, even though he should definitely do it.
From Corn fame. Were you just clicking through YouTube and you're like, hey, I would like to watch a video that would make me laugh and smile. I'm having a bad day. Coronavirus is kicking my ass. I'm just having like I'm moderately unemployed at this point. I'm stuck
Would
inside.
you get to the fucking point?
It's a stream, bud. Jake does streaming. It's long-form content. He does maybe 2 or 3 videos per episode on top of all the other interactions he does during the stream. But, like, it's long form, and that's sort of what people come and watch for, is not only the content he's actually covering, but for his personality, because as it turns out, when you're a charismatic individual that people want to listen to, people will listen to you talk and pay you to do so. It is wild, let me tell you.
Jesus, finally.
SC Sig says, I really wish Jake would put his streams on channel more. Yeah, I get it, though. It takes a little bit of time, but we're taking very different strategies in terms of our solo content. Jake puts out, like, 1 video every once in a while from a stream that's, like, good, and he'll make sure he puts, like, a nice thumbnail on it. I'm taking a shotgun method where I'll put every stream up on my YouTube channel, and then almost every segment from the stream gets cut up into its own video. I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. I'm just obsessed with making sure my content is cataloged somewhere so it doesn't disappear forever. But I get how that probably prevents some people from subscribing, because do you really want notifications every day I'm uploading 5 videos? That's gotta be annoying. Daddy Sume with 10 bits. The inception here is nuts. A streamer watching a streamer who is watching a streamer who is responding to the second streamer. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Is that a YouTube thing?
Sarah does the YouTube stuff. Yeah, still, nonetheless, it's under Jake's brand.
Welcome
There we
to
go.
the most sexist show on the internet.
Wow.
Didn't you guys try to stream, but YouTube blocked you? What are you talking about? We've done streams on YouTube. We do live unboxings occasionally.
Oh, boy.
Grading women, it is back.
How come every person that grades women looks like this guy?
Dude, you can't be like, oh, I'm sarcastically putting my head in my hands because it's a joke. You're still doing it. Even if you're doing it ironically, you're still doing it. You don't get to be like, I was joking, you didn't even get the joke. Like, dude, you call yourself Lord of Patriarchy. What do you expect people are gonna think of you?
I don't know how much longer I can do this.
Look. Sure. I'm objectively the absolute tippy top of the man iceberg, okay? Okay,
Well, okay, fine. You're the tippy top of the man.
Wait, you were just making fun of Jake for not getting that what you're doing is a joke, and Jake clearly made a joke there, and now you're gonna dissect it seriously. Do you see the double standard? Do you see how you're expecting him to take everything you do as a joke, but then he tells a very obvious joke where he's like self-aggrandizing, and you're like, yeah, sure, you're the tippy top. Like he's being sarcastic.
Manberg. Unfortunately, you don't know what the fuck the jokeberg is.
Oh, that's like that's a joke on par with like George Costanza's. Well, the jerk store called. They're running out of you. Oh boy, that's stretching material, stretching a very little material, very thin to try and make a joke.
I'm the standard by which all other men are subjected to, and so it's not necessarily fair to me to say. But what the fuck? But what the fuck? Also, for the record, I've just noticed this. This is very annoying. This is very, very annoying. This is not how the clocks work.
Oh, they're gonna do the clock thing! Yes!
This is not how the clocks work. The minute hands should all be equal, and the hours are the ones that should be off.
Yes. Except for a very few time zones that are off by half an hour, but other than that, yeah.
No, not true. Not even a little bit.
How did he get this misconception about time zones? How do you learn time zones this wrong?
Google different time zones, and you'll get different...
Great, let's do it. Let's do it right now. Time zones. Ooh, boy. Time and date.
There's nothing funny
Let's
about the
see.
tools of capitalism.
Here in Michigan, it's 6:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Then over here in Minneapolis, it's 5:17. In Denver, it's 4:17. And in San Francisco, it's 3:17. Notice how they're offset by an hour, but it's all 17s.
There's nothing funny
Alaska,
about the tools of capitalism.
it's 2:17. In, oh, I can't pronounce that. In Nuuk, Greenland, it's 8:17. In Madrid, it's 12:17. In, let's see, in Prague, it's 12:17. In, Samura, I don't know where that is. It's in, it's 2:17. It's 3:17, and this name that I can't. Omsk, it's 4:18. Again, it's just we just switched over to the next minute. This long name that I'm not going to pronounce, it's 5:18. In China, it's 6:18. In Australia, on the west coast, it's 6:18. It's 7:48 in Australia Middle Time, whatever this is. So that's an exception. Then on the other side, it's 8:18. For some reason, Australia, in the center of the country, it's off by half an hour. It's one of those half-hour places. But even so, it's not just random. It's still by, instead of breaking it up into an hour, that particular time zone just breaks it up by a half hour. In Japan, in Tokyo, it's 7:18. In wherever this is in Russia, it's 9:18. In Auckland, it is 11:18. You get it. It's all off by either an hour or in a few select places, half an hour. So this guy's wrong, and I'm very excited to listen to him try and explain how his wrong thing is right.
Results like this.
There's nothing funny
He
about
didn't even
the
take the
tools of
time.
capitalism.
He owns himself. Is he going to search it and discover he's wrong on stream? This is going to be the best.
And you don't know how time zones work.
He didn't even take the time. Why get the clocks then? At least make the props do prop stuff.
Dude, you're streaming doing nothing. Take 5 seconds and do a Google search over the time in Japan
Google it!
and the time
Google
in London, and the minutes will be different.
Hoika man, thanks for the prime. It's fucking fake. Just set the clocks.
And today, the ladies of the young...
Okay, dude, corn cob.
Yes, do it.
Hold on.
Yes, yes.
Let me show you something. This is how easy this is. Okay? Time. God damn it.
There's nothing funny about
Time.
the tools of
Red
capitalism.
Dragon Spawn, I approve of your
Yeah.
lifestyle. Thanks for subscribing with Prime.
Right. It is 9:22 in the PM in London. Now, let's do
There's
another
nothing
one.
funny about the tools of
Time
capitalism.
in Germany. 10:22. Now let's go.
Oh, I like the mentality here. The first one is like, oh, that's a weird coincidence. 10:22. It is the same minute hand. Better get another one though. That's just a weird coincidence. Rule of threes. The third one's gonna be different. Why is he using Yahoo? Well, this one's Google.
Tokyo. 5:22. Okay, I'm getting annoyed.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
22. Why is this?
I want to know, how does he think time zones are set off by? Like, how does he think that works? Like, does he think that it's all striated by, like, minutes? Like, does he think I can walk, you know, like 10 miles east and it's like a minute
There's
later?
nothing funny about the
Like,
tools
does he
of
think it's that
capitalism.
much? No, it's just set off by an hour. He thinks it's gradual, yeah? Oh, what a moron. No! Time zones are not like... I mean, in some sense, they're naturally occurring in the sense that we're just trying to measure, you know, noon is when the sun is at the highest in the sky. So yeah, that's gonna vary. But we, more or less because of time zones, arbitrarily decide, hey, in this, like, vertical slice of the world, this is this hour, and then they do it by hours. Do you know how complicated scheduling and international affairs would be if we not only had to figure out, like, which hour time zone we're in, but then had to also set it off by minutes? That would be a cluster F. I'm not going to say the whole thing. I'm trying not to swear as much for YouTube. It would be ridiculous.
Let's see.
There's
what
nothing
about,
funny about the tools of capitalism.
Devious Chillster, Skinner voice. Is it me who's wrong? No, it's the time zones that are wrong.
Other ones. New.
Every town was its own local time to the minute back when time zones were invented. Was that more due to the fact, I mean, like literally like a town would be slightly offset? Or was that due to the fact that because we didn't have, like now, like my phone is set by, you know, a satellite, the time. So everyone in this time zone, our phones are all synchronized. But let's say it's, you know, 1879. The certain town that you're in, they probably have a central clock, maybe a town clock, and everyone sets their watch to that. but like a town over, even if it's supposed to be the same time zone, you might have a slightly different time because you're going on that town's clock, which can't sync up to the other town's clock exactly because they're manual and they just have to be set by someone.
1:53! What a shock! It's a half an hour earlier!
Right. That's one of the very few places that it's half an hour, but most places aren't like that. It's either half an hour in a minority of cases, or in every other case, it's an hour. Just look at a map of time zones. Oh, he found the one example that he thinks proves him right, so he's done looking. 4 things that prove me wrong, and 1 thing that doesn't prove me wrong entirely, but also if I thought about it would show that I'm wrong. That's enough searching. I win. What an idiot!
Yeah, yeah. They can be off by a half an hour, dude.
Most of them aren't, though. Most of them are not. Like, this is a New York and a Los Angeles clock, which are not off by half an hour. I don't even, looking at them, it doesn't even look like they're off by half an hour on your clock. No, they're off by an hour. Your clocks are wrong. Like, look at the Los Angeles versus the New York versus the London. All of these should have the exact same minute hand, but they don't. Like, dude, these ones do, but this one does not. Does he think it's half an hour each time? He's wrong. Because let me look at the clock. This 1 minute, the Tokyo minute hand is the same as the London one and the one down here. The Los Angeles one is different. The Moscow one is different than, like, a lot of the other ones, but it's the same as this one over here. I think he just thinks all time zones are half an hour, when really the vast majority are an hour.
Turks,
Okay.
get rated.
We're excited.
First up is the Queen Bee herself,
I don't know Young Turks very much.
Anna Kasparian.
Ah, I know her.
She is kind of tough to
There's
judge
nothing
what
funny
with
about
all
the
the
tools of
fucking plastic
capitalism.
surgery she's had.
Antiponian Squid with
Who
200
Jason is
bits. I
cosplaying as
appear
an
from the abyss to snipe my
If you
place
drink
as
me to say
stream
Papa
boss.
Jake is
Welcome,
best friend. Thanks,
Antiponian
Cupcake.
Squid.
Appreciate you. has
But
plastic
I'll
surgery.
go New York Strip and 5 beers if she keeps her mouth shut, and I'm gonna need 25 if she talks.
Yikes. See, dude, this isn't a joke, right? He's like, this is a joke. What's the joke here? What's the joke here? Like, is the joke that you're a chud? But that's not really a joke, because you actually are. So what's the joke in this joke? What's supposed to be funny about this? Like, just like, aha, he's saying really,
There's nothing
really
funny about the
misogynistic, rude things about these women. That's not a joke in and of itself. Like, what are you doing? He is the joke.
What's the New York Strip part? Like, is that the dinner that she has to pay for?
No, that's the cut of meat that I put her hotness next to.
And this is how many drinks he has to have to be attracted to Anna
There's
Kasparian.
nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
So let's see. Is Anna Kasparian good looking?
Haven't you heard it's funny because it's true?
Don't you
Then it's not a joke, is it?
do it! Don't you do it! Now you're being a bad male feminist ally!
Oh, does he think this is a gotcha? Hey, bud, I don't know how to break it to you, but if you're not, like, objectifying someone and being disgusting like you are, it's fine for normal people to be like, oh, that's a beautiful person. Like, as long as you're not being disgusting, and especially if you're trying to, like, make fun of an idiot like you who's trying to be like, look at this, like, conventionally attractive woman. I think she's gross. To then just pull up pictures of her and be like, look, she's like a beautiful woman. That's fine. There's nothing wrong. And you can do the same thing to men.
There's
Like,
nothing
there are
funny
men
about
who
the
are
tools of
attractive that you can
capitalism.
be like, oh, that's an attractive man. You can say that women are attractive. There's nothing inherently wrong with knowing that someone is attractive or finding someone attractive. It's when you objectify someone that it becomes a problem. Like, do you understand that there's a difference between those two things? Verkanon with 10 bits. Acknowledgement, the meme Sushi Mom is trying to share. The meme of the clock guy. Yes. Retweet. This is from 3 days ago. I don't care. I'm gonna tweet that. Here is it. Can I get a link to here? If you wanna retweet or like this meme, here's a link in the chat.
Anything but inspect this temple of capitalism?
Wow, Lou Maru, thank you for raiding with a party of 105. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. We're watching this weird chud get mad that Jake is talking about how disgusting he is for raiding women.
I mean, fellas, is it gay? Is it gay to look at a lady and go, you know what? There's a lady? Like, what's wrong? Are we upset? What's wrong with Anna Kasparian?
Yeah, but put her next to Taylor Swift.
Oh, I totally forgot to say, too. Make sure you go and check out Lou Maru's channel. Go give a follow.
Little Hassan in there for you if you need it. Real question is, does he know why people have multiple clocks? Did some of them die and you just didn't reset them? Did he not know what to set them to? Did he get trolled? I have so many questions. I don't know. He's got a lot of things going on. Anyway,
That's
so
right,
apparently this guy, who has a lot of sexual options in real life. This fella has tons of sexual options, okay? He was like, if Anna Kasparian hits on me, I'm not even going to try.
Lumi. Oh, God, did I say it wrong? I apologized. Sorry about that. Lumi Roo. My bad.
5 beers minimum, and you're paying. Okay.
Well, yeah, especially if she talks about politics.
Okay. Alrighty.
Next up, we have Ada Rodriguez.
Okay.
Oh boy.
There's nothing funny about the tools
I'm
of
gonna go Eye of
capitalism.
Round.
Quest Friendly, thank you for
And-
subscribing with a 5-month streak. Thank you for giving me some comfort in the worst time of my life. It is a little bit of sanity that I need. Oh, I'm glad I could be there. I'm sorry you're having a rough time.
Probably about 24 beers.
That's fewer beers. Jake, I can't. I'm going to stab him with a
God.
That's right,
knife and let the
capitalistic
cores and
propaganda.
grease flow out in Minecraft. So it's the cut of beef. That's weird. This is interesting. I already forgot her name. Ada Rodriguez? There we go. I did it. Ada Rodriguez. Okay. I'm getting a lot of different people here. I get this. There we go. Okay. Look, I don't know. Look. A little bit older than me, it seems. But I mean, if you're into bazongas, I think you've made the right choice here. If you're into bazongas, you could do worse. Just tossing that out there. That's not a bad look at all. I don't know these. I don't watch the Young Turks. This is the first time for me. I don't know. Again, I feel like this guy shouldn't be.
Why does Jake
Okay, so I
sound
had a
like a
bunch
less
of his
annoying Ben
fans pop
Shapiro? Because this guy is speeding up. We're doing a postmodernism because we're watching a streamer watch himself. We're watching me watch him, watch Jake, watch him. It's very... I feel like the kids call this... It's not meta. What would be the word? I don't know.
Bob.
I'm not hip to the lingo.
This guy at this point should be like at any port in a storm. You know what I'm talking about? Like, waters are rough out there for this fella. Picking up what I'm throwing down? Like, you got, you know. Anyway.
Next up is Emma Vigland.
There's nothing funny
And
about
Let's call
you
it
might wanna watch
crossing
her
the
ass, because as you'll
streams.
see,
That's
it's
pretty
gonna
good.
be
Antipodian
a
Squid with
kinda
1,000
unique trait, although
bits.
most of the ladies no longer
Streamception. Thank you.
affiliated With TYT in any way.
Okay.
But considering she doesn't want to wear makeup for some reason,
Ooh.
I don't know. In terms
Oh,
of design.
God. Why? Okay, first of all, I think she is probably wearing makeup in this picture, and whether or not someone wants to wear makeup is none of your business. Who cares? It's none of your business if someone chooses to or to not wear makeup. This guy
nothing
says
funny
this
about
whole
the tools
channel
of
is a
capitalism.
joke, like, oh, I'm rating these women as a joke. It's not a joke, though, if you just really do that. What's the joke? That you're an asshole? That's not a joke.
That's right, capitalistic propaganda.
I'm gonna go with I give her about the same rate as Anna. New York Strip.
He's not even responding because he knows he can't deny it. Yeah. Billy Drillkill, thank you for following, and thank you Miss Rogers Live for following, Wildman Dan 79 for following, Cylon Uprising, thank you for following. I think that's all of them.
And about 5 beers if she doesn't talk. About 25 if she talks.
Huh. It's just sad, man. It's just like,
Her ramble was just a gorilla.
True Trans Soul, thanks for following. It's just like we.
You know, I knew the second I sent him this video, he'd make a video on it. I knew it. I got this guy to devote 28 minutes of his life to a video that took me, I think, maybe an hour to make.
Okay, so even in the fake time scale that you're doing, you're still wasting more of your life than you're wasting of his. Why would you brag about that? Nextly, again, he's not wasting his time. For one thing, Jake is a very successful Twitch streamer. Like, Jake makes a decent bit of coin on Twitch, and that's great. So all you've done is provide him with content that's going to further fuel his streaming empire, or whatever you want to call it. So really, you're the loser here, and on top of that, he's going to accurately talk about how disgusting you are as a person for objectifying these other people. Like, you can hide behind, like, oh, I was joking, bro, all you want. It doesn't change the fact that you're being disgusting. Daddy Sume with 10 bits. I mean, even I'm more attractive than this guy, and I look like crap. Oh, don't do that. Don't self-deprecate. You're fine, Daddy Sume. Devious Chill 25 bits. And we come back to what I said earlier. Remember, Hannah? These videos take a long time to make, so I'm only going to do like one a week. This video took an hour to make. I agree. Why did it take this guy an hour to make that video? All he did was talk, be disgusting by objectifying other people who put themselves out there in the public sphere, instead of talking about their actual content, just trying to rate how they look based on his weird incel worldview, and then he puts, like, pictures on in post. Like, really? That takes you an hour?
I'm in this dude's head.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Daddy Sume, wait a second. I need to find this out. How many people in chat actually know what I look like? I don't know what you look like, Daddy Sume, and I don't want to know. It'll break the illusion. Tom G 1010011010. Thank you for 10 bits. It was 30 minutes of trying to figure out who was a young Turk.
We know he doesn't fuck, right? Like, we know he hasn't experienced human touch in some time. And maybe that's flavoring this shit. But, like, come on.
Gee, maybe I'm a little more private about my goddamn personal life than you are.
Come on, bro. At least be honest in the appraisal.
I don't think Jake's that, like, getting... I mean, we know that Jake has a relationship with Sarah because you can hear her on the stream a lot, and she appears, you know? I mean, there are emotes and stuff. She gets talked about, but it's not like Jake's like, be back later, fellas. Gonna go get laid. At least I don't think I've heard Jake say something along those lines. Just knowing someone as a significant other isn't, like, super personal if we're talking about an online personality who you see all the time. He has done that as a joke. Well, that is kind of Jake's thing. He's very, very like, I'm gonna say a thing that's inappropriate to say, but other than that...
There's just no way. There's just no way. I feel like if Anna Kasparian walked up to this guy right here and was like, I can't help it. You are just so beautiful to me, and I want to make love to you immediately. Let's get out of here. He would fucking weep. He would...
No, I wouldn't. You know, it's possible for men not to fuck women based on the fact that they're leftist socialist morons.
That's right,
then why didn't you discuss her political positions? All you commented on was her looks, and then you literally compared her to a cut of meat. Like, do you not see how people might then see a view of you as objectifying someone and viewing them as an object as opposed to a human being with political opinions and other opinions outside of politics, for that matter? OG Prodigy, thank you for following. Welcome to the stream.
Weep happy tears.
But if I got drunk enough, sure, we could have some hate sex.
Finally. Finally. What a weirdo.
And I don't know, maybe you wept the first...
So basically, you just talked about her looks and rated her channel. I don't know if he rated anyone, but he just, like, he has this show where he, like, he says, as a joke, he will, like, just pull up different women and he will rate them and compare them to literal pieces of, like, meat. And Jake covered this and was making fun of the guy for multiple reasons, up to and including, you see he has all these clocks on his wall. Most of them are wrong. He doesn't understand how time zones work, which was pretty funny. But he's just basically, like, getting mad at Jake in this response to Jake's response because he's saying, oh, Jake, bro, you didn't even get that it was a joke. And it's like, well, what's the joke here? That you're disgusting and that you're objectifying people? Is it that you're comparing them to pieces of meat? None of that's really a joke, right? It's like when someone makes like a racist remark or something awful and they're like, haha, it was just a joke. Okay, well, what's the funny part? Explain to me what the funny part in that thing was. And really, it's them hiding behind the idea of a joke. It's really, really pathetic.
First time any girl touched your dick, but I sure in the fuck didn't.
What a weird guy. I don't understand what it is about this type of personality where you have a hard time saying if you find someone attractive, you know what I mean? Like, you be honest about that. Who gives a shit? You think someone's attractive? Cool, man. Then think they're attractive. I don't know. Because, like, clearly, when he's, New York stripper, they're good looking, but I'd have to still have too many beers. Come on, shut up.
Next up are ladies that are kind of affiliated with TYT, but they're not actually employees. At least that's what I got on the...
All right, I gotta make myself another drink. I think it's drink break time.
This guy in the quartering should probably start like a support group together because the on-stream drinking is getting out of control for some of these people. I really don't know where this is coming from, and I get it. As someone who's struggled with, like, dependency issues in the past, I understand how it just feels like normal for some of these people to, like, be like, okay, it's time for another drink, and, you know, knock back a 5th or 6th drink for the day. Not good for you. Really not good. And at the point where you're doing this on camera, again, I say this with experience from, like, you guys remember when I'm still on YouTube, but when we were, like, doing YouTube exclusively and not really on Twitch, and I was in that period where I was drinking, like, a ton, and I did go on camera, like, trashed that one time. When you're in that area where you're dealing with your substance abuse issues, and you do not have them under control to the extent that you're doing it on camera and you don't see an issue with it, you really, really need help. Let me tell ya. He drinks 8 beers in a 45-minute video? Yeah, that's definitely not good. Oh, I gotta skip ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
Website. So first up, we have Bree
Hello, CB.
Esrig, who, along with working for TYT, is also a fetish model.
I guarantee this guy patronizes multiple fetish models.
Why would I do that when there's Pornhub?
Which is good. Pay your sex workers. But, like...
They're not sex workers, okay? Chicks taking, let's just say, full-out pornographic photos of themselves is not sex work. Sex work is me giving them $100, them coming over and...
No, people who work on, like, OnlyFans and other stuff, people who make content, sexually explicit content, they're sex workers. That's within the definition.
Sucking my dick.
Like, this is in confidently wrong territory.
That's sex work. Taking
He doesn't even know what a sex worker is? Oh no, yeah.
Oh, no.
He doesn't even know how time zones work. So I guess definitions of words. Like, I guess I shouldn't expect that out of him. Nonetheless, like, how can you be this... I'm not even confident about things that I know I'm right about. Much less this guy who's just saying stuff that's objectively wrong. And he's like, I know the truth. I know what words mean.
Not sex work. That's, at most, nude modeling.
Okay, and nude modeling, if you're doing it on, like, OnlyFans, that's, like, sex work. And that's great, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
And again, why...
Antipodian Squid with 100 bits. This just in, porn mags aren't porn.
Would I pay for it? There's Pornhub. X-Hamster, RedTube.
I don't
And the stream's probably going to get cut because I said those names.
know.
Not really. Probably not. You're probably fine naming pornographic websites. A lot of people prefer to use stuff like OnlyFans, though, because I think it's... I'm not super familiar with this, but I think people who work on, like, Pornhub and all those other sites, they have a tendency to be mistreated by the people who employ them. So in places like OnlyFans, people have the ability to be self-employed and take control of their own financial interests in regard to pictures, videos, whatever it happens to be, without having some sleazy manager or whatever taking a bunch of your money to have you mistreated.
Like he's okay.
So I'm gonna go with, and she better watch her ass, Porterhouse.
Bobbin
Bank
for
about
giblets
4
with
beers.
10 bits. Sex works is
better watch
only
her ass?
pee-pee and vagina.
Wait, why should she better watch her ass? What? Is a porterhouse steak better than a New York strip?
Yes.
Mormon Jesus.
Thanks, progressive voice. We're rating TYT women right now with a sexist.
Okay.
Why is the left incapable of getting a joke?
What's the joke? The joke can't just be, look at how horrible I'm being, but I'm not really horrible, because you are actually this horrible. So what's the joke? There is no joke. You're just this bad.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capital.
I'm only, Devious Chillster with 25 bits. I'm only ironically a Nazi. Same energy. Daddy Sume with 10 bits. Hannah, send this video to him so we can have even more Inception. Oh, when I put this on YouTube, when I cut this stream up, Lord of Patriarchy is going to be in the title. Hopefully you'll see it. It'll be fun. I want to see what he has to say about me, considering I'm, like, trans and I'm also, like, non-passing trans. So I can't wait to all the jokes he'd make about me. That'd be fun.
Tina.
We could probably get his channel banned.
Okay.
Okay.
And for an older lady, not too bad. Well,
She's too trad wife for him not to like. Fruity Freestyle, thanks for following. He's like, I could imagine her running through a wheat field in traditional Danish garb. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I think maybe we could make some white babies with this one here. I think her gametes would give my kid some Aryan
I was assuming that she maybe has gone through menopause, dude.
features.
What? What?
I'm in a good mood.
Is that an old joke? She doesn't even look old.
So what's your chick?
Maybe this guy does just not understand what jokes are, because he just says words and he's like, I take this statement and I have an inflection like it's a joke, so it must be humor. Like, hey, if you want to make a joke that you think someone looks old, it helps if they actually, you know, look old.
Some fat 300-pound blue-haired land whale?
New York Strip.
I'm in a good mood.
That's gonna piss him off.
Means he's got cum brain right now. Good mood just means this guy has fucking full-on cum brain.
And yeah, about 10 beers.
10 beers. Again,
There's nothing
if she
funny
came up
about
to you and was
the
like,
tools of
hey,
capitalism.
Tristo1360 with 10 bits. You pass more than me, Hannah. This isn't me putting myself down. Just haven't shaved yet. I wasn't trying to be self-deprecating. I'm trying to see myself from his
nothing funny about the
perspective.
tools of
And him
capitalism.
being a right-wing chud, I just know what he would say. So that's what I was trying to illustrate. Daddy Sume, I mean, you are even bigger patriarchy showing shade in the cave. You are even bigger I don't understand what that sentence means. He mostly sounds angry, to be honest. Yeah.
I'm also an idiot. Would you like to do the missionary sex? You'd be like, thanks for the sex, lady. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, God, Jake.
that's how that would go. Kaz, thank you so much for gifting one to Radical Links.
And next up, last of the affiliates, we have Lauren Windsor.
Okay.
And she's not too bad. I'm going to go T-Bone and...
Is T-Bone better than a porterhouse, or is it under a porterhouse? Are we going by size of the steak?
You do know that I don't write a
Nothing
script
funny
for this.
about
I
the
don't
tools of
sit there
capitalism.
and analyze. Okay,
Okay, again, then what's the joke? Like, you're either funny or you're not. This isn't funny and it's not clever, so what is it supposed to be? Daddy Sume with 10 bits, I was saying that Patriarchy... Oh, I forgot the guy's name was Patriarchy. Duh. I was saying that Patriarchy can't make jokes about Jake being fat because Patriarchy is even bigger. He's throwing shade when he's in a dark cave covered in shade. Gotcha. Dudes spanking dudes with 12 bits. This feels to Inceptioning. You're reacting to Jake's reacting to... reacting... Yeah. Yeah.
This is the making of an episode, you idiot! I get some pictures of a particular group of women, and I usually try to do a theme. Then I just pick... I just look at it for, like, 3 seconds, and then pick a piece of meat and a number of beers.
You're literally explaining why your own show isn't funny. Like, how can you do this and be like, yeah, this is worthwhile, please come and watch my content. I put no work into it at all. I haven't even put thought into my opinions. Imagine if I said that, I'm like, hey, come and watch Chud Watch. We're gonna make fun of right-wing people, and I've put no thought into this whatsoever. It's not even funny. It's not a good time. Please give me your money. That sounds appealing.
I'm not sitting there for days analyzing and thinking.
Those are the only two options. Either putting no effort whatsoever into your joke or spending days working on it. There's no in-between. There's no actual consistency you could put into the joke. There's no escalation. It's not even a joke. It's just you being a weirdo.
Oh my god! This is why leftists are so miserable. They take everything so goddamn seriously. He's literally sitting there thinking that I'm in this bubble, or I'm in this. I'm sitting here going, should she be a porterhouse or a T-bone?
You're the one who set up the scale this way, even within the context of a joke, which this is not. If it were, you would have some sort of, like, general idea of what the scale is, so you could make a joke that makes sense.
I'll go porterhouse. Dave, you're being too goddamn generous. God.
Thanks, Seth, for following.
About 5 beers.
Again, he's getting a very trad wife feel on here. Anyway, make sure you
Okay,
follow.
now we have ladies that are no longer affiliated with TYT in any way.
Okay.
And it's...
His clocks, they're on, though. Look at them. They are on. The batteries are in there. But they don't make any sense. Why don't they make any sense, chat? It's...
Google time zones.
You Google time zones! You're wrong! That's how time zones work! Nothing frustrates me more than a confidently incorrect person. It's so frustrating. Google time zones. Okay, I Googled it. You're wrong. Oh.
Driving me crazy.
This is why I brought the clocks back. I can drive leftist crazy.
Devious Chillster with 25 bits. It's standard conservative comedy. I find this terrible thing funny. This leftist doesn't. Leftists just don't understand my comedy genius. The right is getting better at comedy and the left is scared.
Crazy with clocks.
let go, and maybe why...
Why is he rating TYT women? Because this dude's a loser.
Women
At least I'm not in a corn cob costume.
don't work.
Oh, bud. Oh, bud. Ooh. I don't mean to rate people based on money, but if you knew the amount of money Jake got for putting on that corn suit, I think you would lose the rest of your hair.
Work out too well as CEOs. First up, we have Grace Baldridge. Not too terrible looking. I'm going to put her at a New York strip steak and about 6 beers. Unfortunately for me, she doesn't like dudes.
Okay.
Which is hot.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
Andrew
capitalism.
Dickerson with 10 bits. I call on everyone in chat to go into the comments of all his videos that feature the clocks and tell him how the clocks are set wrong.
Bro, he can't even, like... Come on, man.
So you're telling me making a joke about a chick that likes to eat pussy is that sends you into what? A brain reset? Okay, chat. Quick poll. Quick question. How many of you find it hot if two women are making out?
Fetish. So weird.
Yeah, that's the point. You're fetishizing lesbians. That's the issue. Do you get that?
Weird.
It's not a fetish. It's like the biggest fucking porn category of them all. Lesbian.
A lot of porn categories are fetishes. Like, have you seen people who are like chasers who are into like trans women? That's a fetish. Like, something being a porn category pretty much guarantees it's a category of fetish. Fetish doesn't automatically mean bad. It just means in certain instances, like when we're talking about people who fetishize trans individuals, or people who fetishize lesbianism, or whatever, it takes someone who actually is just a normal person and their identity, and it turns it into a weird kink for you, and that's weird. Like, I'm not judging anyone for whatever, like, stuff they're into. That's fine. But, like, you need to be aware, like, this is just a category of something that I am into. I should not fetishize it. I mean that in the sense that, like, let's say you are someone who enjoys partaking in lesbian illicit videos. Okay, I'm not going to kink shame anyone. That's fine. However, the second you start applying that to real life people who are not sex workers that are, you know, doing that kind of material, then you've gone too far and you've crossed a line. The same thing I would argue with, like, hold on. My throat's dry. Like, as a trans woman, like, I'm not gonna judge you if you happen to be into, like, trans women specifically. I think it's a little weird, but I'm not gonna kink shame you. What I would shame is if you take that into the real world and you start ogling trans women or viewing them as only sexual objects because of that fetish. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And it's going to be a problem for you because you're not going to be able to navigate the world without turning human beings with thoughts and feelings and opinions into sex objects. That's not okay. Daddy Sume, tread carefully, Hannah. You tread on my fetishes. Hey, you like whatever you like. 74 Quinn 74. It said on Jake's stream, and I'll say it here. I like lesbian porn, but I don't take it off Pornhub because I'm not a gross weirdo. Yeah, that's pretty much where, like whatever you like. People are gonna be into things that they like, and that's great, and that's fine. And I'm glad there's material out there for you, as long as it's not like exploitative or something that's hurting someone. Just, you know, leave it on Pornhub. Or in the bedroom.
So fucking weird.
Don't forget your other message. I gotta go get more water here in a second. My throat's killing me. Yes, my dude, we like it, but you're making it creepy and gross. Yeah. Be back in just a second. I gotta get some more water. Oof. You have a hand-holding fetish.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
The Beatles wrote a whole song about that. Wind Chanter with 10 bits. Oh no, dead air. I can't handle it. I guess I should have put music on for a second, but yeah, sorry about that.
Weird, man.
I'm a weirdo for liking lesbian.
No, you're a weirdo for applying something that you have fetishized onto a real-world person. That's the difference.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I love this guy. I hope we keep having these tennis ball videos year after year.
And then next up we have Christy Lemire. Hold on.
Is part of the bit that he is a disgusting alcoholic? Is that part of it?
Oh.
Yes, I know it. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're a nice person, but I have round in about 25 beers.
Yikes, 25 beers? If you can handle 25... Let's assume average, you know, alcohol level, 5% in American beers, and you're drinking... I guess you could be drinking, you know, something with lower alcohol content, but let's assume 5%, which is the average for American beers. There are stronger that go up to 8%, but, like, typically your average beer's 5%. And you are saying you've drank 25 beers. That's ridiculous. If you're still standing after 25 beers, you're an alcoholic whose tolerance is way, way up. Oh, he drinks Coors Light. They're like 3%. I guess that's a little better.
I used to do the same bit. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
And it's just, it seems like age is not being kind to this
He
woman.
should switch to hard alcohol, more efficient. Let me tell you, as someone who has dealt with alcohol issues in the past, when you reach final stage alcoholism, like, I say final stage, when you reach, like, top tier alcoholism, you stop dealing with, like, oh, I'm gonna have a delicious beer, like a cider, or I'm whatever, and you just start trying to figure out how can I get the most alcohol into my system in the quickest period of time, and it gets real gross. It gets so disgusting, let me tell you.
Oh, I thought you meant...
I'm doing well now, by the way, in case you wonder, since I've been mentioning this. I'm doing very well in terms of not drinking, or if I do drink very, very occasionally, not doing it to the level I used to.
No, I did, hold on. I did the drinking in videos bit one time for the Ray Comfort thing. It's not...
I was the one who went real bad on that one, and that was because I was literally an alcoholic. Still am, but you know what I mean. I was indulging in my alcoholism then. Which, again, shows, like, if you're making a bit where you're getting that drunk on camera, you probably actually have issues, which I did at the time.
Not part of my brand.
Who the hell is
What?
Ray Comfort?
This is part, like, every video.
Oh,
he
yeah,
has to have a Coors Light. It's really weird.
There are these things, they're called facelifts. Check them out.
Facelifts. But you just made fun of Anna Kasparian for having facelifts. Allegedly. I don't know if she has. So are they good or are they bad? Thanks for following Chicken Noodles. Dr. Gamble, great. Another Chud whose personality revolves around being drunk. I know, right?
Anna did.
Look
And
at
now
all...
we come
Anna did, see? Look at all these corns in chat.
to
She had a nose job? Oh, interesting.
the next group
There's
of
nothing funny
women.
about
Ray Comfort is
And
Satan.
you're going to find something...
Baja Blast says he puts women kissing as the thumbnails for some of his BitChute videos. Ugh. BitChute. BitChute. For when you think YouTube doesn't have
There's
enough
nothing funny about the
Nazis.
tools of
Antipodian Squid, 100 bits, cough, Jeremy, cough. In fairness for Jeremy, that wasn't even a bit. He was just legit getting trashed on camera, which was not good.
Oh, I don't know. Unique to him.
Unique to him.
First up, we have Misty Kingma.
Okay.
God damn. I'm gonna go with ribeye and about 2 beers.
It would take 0 beers.
I was gonna say, why does this guy, if he finds someone attractive, why does he need 2 beers still? Are we sure he's straight? Like, guy, if you need to get drunk to sleep with women, do you think maybe you should introspect about that a little bit?
Unless it means that he needs confidence to talk to a woman, which I would not be surprised. Got him!
Jesus Christ. This guy thinks that I do grading women. Seriously.
I mean, you literally take time to do it? So yeah, you're doing it. I still don't understand where the joke is supposed to come in if it's a joke. What's the joke about it?
That's what this idiot thinks. Oh my god.
What'd I get him? What'd you say? Got him! What's that?
Oh my god. All right. Jesus, should I do the rest of this fucking video?
74 Quinn 74. I love how Jake made an amazing point about his facelift commentary and Jeremy. It's not Jeremy. And this guy said literally nothing. Wait, this guy's name isn't also Jeremy, is it? That'd be hilarious.
Oh.
Give me one more. We got him.
Next up, we have Jackie Bray. And, wow, I'm going to go with Tenderloin and 0 beers.
Oh my god, this goes on for like another
like
2 hours. I'm definitely not. Oh, no.
Then we have
He does other stuff in between.
I've often in the past said, this is the woman that would take Anna's spot. She's younger than Anna, she's prettier than Anna, and Anna made sure she got the fuck out of that company.
Dave is his name? Okay.
But my final rating is ribeye, 2 beers. And
Yes, X-Slayer! He's taking it seriously, like...
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in them that would be a joke. Again, what's the joke? What's the joke? Looks like there's another Jake video in here. Maybe we'll do that one. But anyway, that's enough of this guy for now. Maybe we'll come back to him